Hi, this is Charles 9mm, and I've got a great product to show you today. This is the Becker BK2 Campanion, made by Ka-Bar. It's Campanion. This is a very interesting knife. It was designed by Ethan Becker, and Ethan Becker collaborated with the great company Ka-Bar. I love Ka-Bar. Ka-Bar is doing a lot of great things right now. If you have not gone to the Ka-Bar website, you need to go because they're doing some really cool things. Let me just show you, first of all, let me explain something about the sheath. You're probably wondering what this is. This is my own addition here. This is my sharpening stone, as you can see here, and I've taken a piece of bicycle tubing we call ranger bands, and I've strapped it to the sheath. This is my own little deal here, just so I could have my sharpening stone with this knife. And so let's go ahead and look at this knife. And as my cameraman J. Spence Red said when he saw this today, he said, "That's a hoss." This is made in Olean, New York by Ka-Bar Corporation. As I mentioned before, it was designed by Ethan Becker. The Becker BK2 Campanion is really a terrific knife. It is not pretty. It is not fancy. It is made for function, and strictly for function, and it does just that. It is not a lightweight knife. This knife is 14.6 ounces. It's a 1/4 inch thick, and it's made of the 1095 Chrovan carbon steel. Chrovan meaning that chromium and vanadium are set in enough high percentages that they become part of the name of the steel. In other words, they have a little high, because all steel has a little bit of chromium, a little bit of vanadium, but they're high enough to affect the characteristics of the steel. This also has a very smooth plastic stocks on the handle, and they're very nice and very smooth. Some people have complained, why didn't they go ahead and, put some checkering in this, whatever. But if you really do a lot of batoning with this, you'll realize why this is smooth. It makes a lot of sense once you start hammering on this knife and start batoning on it. You can get us feeling that shock in that handle, you're going to be happy. I've also heard some people say that this handle is too big. If you have little tiny hands, little tiny, hobbit hands, yes, this probably would be a little bit large for you. I think most average adults, men and women, I think would have no problem with this. It's difficult for me to say that objectively because I have big orangutan hands. For some reason, that's how my genetics work. But so it's very comfortable for me. I find it to very easy to baton and to use. And you can tell it's been used because I've scratched it up pretty well, but it sharpens up very quickly and very nicely. You can also, if you see here, there are Allen screws here that hold this together. So with take an Allen wrench, you take the handle off, and there's a hidden compartment on the inside that you can put articles such as tinder, that sort of thing, inside the handle to make it into a survival type knife. You're also probably wondering, on the pommel, on the end of the handle, the full tang sticks out a little bit and forms that short plateau right there. And what that's for is if you are to drive it into, if you have a need to drive it into some wood for splitting purposes, because it is 1/4 inch thick, and you could use it as a pry bar. You drive it in and pry something, bark or whatever, and that's the purpose. That's the purpose of that. So you have a hard surface to pound with. Very nice. It uses an excellent sheath that comes with it as well, which is a glass-filled nylon, and it snaps in very, very well. and it's great retention. That's not coming out of there at all. So I really like that hard case because I was able to then strap my sharpening stone to it and make a complete package. Now I do want you to be aware that this knife is so popular that the great sheath company Hedgehog Leather Works is right in the process of creating an excellent sheath for this as well, which is made out of custom leather sheath. That's good. They're so impressed with it. It went in. It's gonna. They're gonna be offering that. I don't know if they're gonna be offering that to everybody or just subscribers to the Hedgehog Leatherworks website, but I would definitely get over there and take a look at that sheath and see what's available if you're interested in this knife, because I think that would be a really great combination. One other thing I'd like to say about this knife is because it has a 1/4 inch, it has this Scandi-esque type grind. It's a very deep grind. You can see the grind starts way up here because you have to plunge very deeply off a 1/4 inch down to that razor edge. So that is a very interesting grind. It's also easy to maintain. A lot of thought went into this knife. I absolutely love this knife. I really love what Ka-Bar is doing. I think they are really on the cutting edge, and they're doing a little pun there, cutting edge. But they're doing some great things over there. The fact that they were willing to talk to Ethan Becker and take his great idea and put it into steel, I think speaks a lot for them to get such a great designer. Check out the Becker BK2 Campanion by Ka-Bar. I think you'll love it, and I think you'll be surprised at how inexpensive this great knife is. Thank you. Bye-bye.